Is Lyney one of the Fatui Harbingers? Hello everyone, and welcome to another Genshin Impact lore video. Your response to my previous Sumeru video was insanely positive, so here's another video about Fontaine for you guys. So today's video is dedicated to a popular theory that has been circulating in Genshin Impact forums and the Genshin Impact subreddit. This theory pretty much says that Lyney, this magician or entertainer looking guy, who we first saw in the Fontaine chapter review, is one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers. The first time I encountered this theory was in a post by Reddit user GraveXNull, where he does admit that this is kind of a crazy theory, but he does raise a couple of interesting points. He argued that Lyney is Sandrone, whose Chinese name literally translates to puppet. So he named him the puppeteer. On the official image depicting the Harbinger's constellations, he noticed that one of them literally depicts a puppet hanging by strings, a marionette, so to speak. Now, although we can't confirm that this is actually Sandrone's constellation, it is pretty obvious that such a specific constellation could only go to a guy literally called Puppet. And now I hear you say, okay about Sandrone and his constellation, but what about the connection to Lyney? Well, the original poster suggests that Lyney is the puppeteer, and Lynette, his assistant, is his puppet. He theorizes that she is brainwashed and under his control. He doesn't provide much information to back this up, but he does note that certain things don't match. Specifically, the fact that although they're supposedly twins, they literally belong in a different race. Lyney is clearly human, as seen by his ears, while Lynette belongs in the same race as Diona. And while I was reading this theory, it clicked. I got the same feeling as well from Lynette the first time I saw her. And you know why? Look at her lost and dead stare. Now, rewatch the Fontaine chapter review trailer and notice that these two are depicted entering a stage, ready to perform. You can even see the spotlights focusing on them. And look at her eyes. An entertainer's or a magician's assistant is supposed to be drawing all the audience's attention on her, and that is why historically they've been good-looking young women. But here Lynette seems genuinely lost, and is literally dragged onto the stage by Lyney. She doesn't smile, doesn't seem excited, and frankly looks lost. And it's not just me who has noticed this. Various fan artists always depict Lynette as sad or lost. Lyney does seem to be dressed like a magician after all, so could he have put a spell on her? While I was searching for more people theorizing about Lyney's possible Fatui connections, I found not one, but two other people in different forums posting about that. The one was in the same Genshin Impact subreddit, and the other was in a Spanish-speaking Genshin Impact Facebook group. These two individuals were suggesting that our two performers, Lyney and Lynette, were both Fatui Harbingers, and they were not Sandrone, but two different Harbingers. Their theory was based on the tear tattoos found on their cheeks, and the tears seen in two Fatui constellations. Not the strongest evidence either. But something else bothered me. Remember how in the beginning I mentioned that the translation of Sandrone in Chinese translated to puppet? Not puppeteer, puppet. Lyney is not a puppet though. By the original theory's admission, it was Lynette who was the brainwashed one. So I went back to the Fatui Harbinger list and thought, hey, is there anyone else from these guys that can fit Lyney's look and character? And bingo. Pedrelino, number one of the Fatui Harbingers, a male character described as the jester, the fool, the entertainer. A character which according to the Commedia dell'arte traditions appears to have a childlike delight and is a trickster of sorts. Oh, and hear this out. The character of Pedrolino in one play of the Commedia dell'arte called Li Quattro Finti Spiritati is disguised as a magician in an attempt to trick another character, Pantalone. A trickster with a childlike behavior, you say, who once disguised himself as a magician, huh? Who does that remind me of? So this is my personal theory, guys, an amalgamation of the previous theories where we're not dealing with one, but with two Fatui Harbingers, Pedrolino and Sandrone, the jester and the puppet. Answering potential questions. Okay, so I'm going to answer a couple of these questions that I think some of you will be asking in the comments, just to clear some things up. Question number 1. Isn't it a bit too much to introduce two Fatui Harbingers in one region? Nope, there are only 7 regions in Teyvat, but there are 11 Fatui Harbingers. It is guaranteed that at some point in the story we will be introduced to more than one Harbinger at a time. Question number 2. Aren't these two from Fontaine? How can they be Harbingers? This is a common misconception with the Genshin Impact fanbase. Even if they were born and raised in Fontaine, that doesn't ban them from being Harbingers. The Tsaritsa and the Fatui could have approached them later on in life and recruited them at some point. The Fatui are agents of Shiznaya. They don't have to be Shiznayan at birth. And question 3, isn't this theory a bit too far-fetched? We only have a JPEG of these two guys. Yeah, the theory is super far-fetched, and it does make many assumptions. But until I see information that outright disproves it, there is a slight chance that this comes true. Now, what did you guys think of this theory? Do you think it's going to come true? Do you see this dead stare that I'm picking up on Lynette? Or do you think she's just, a kudere? She could just be shy or an airhead, She could be just a shy female character like Sucrose. So yeah, anything's possible. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about these two. Are you excited to see them? Leave a comment down below and tell me if you want to see anything else related to Fontaine or any specific character. Is there any other Genshin Impact theory that you would like me to analyze? As always, don't forget to hit like and smash the subscribe button. And if you like Genshin Impact, then check out my Lore of Sumeru video, which was a huge success. Thank you guys. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next Genshin Impact video, guys. So have an amazing day, and until next time, fellow Fatui Harbingers.